Hey everyone, today we're going to make a project for La La Land Crafts, and this is using some of the new release in the shop. Alright, so I'm laughing because I just realized that I pulled out this stamp. This is the You Inspire Me background stamp, and it's got this awesome marbling kind of thing, but I feel like it looks almost like water, and I want it to go with this one. This is the Good Vibes stamp set, but I wanted to, instead of just a girl with hair, I wanted to have like a mermaid kind of crown. So I really tried to do like little scales right here and like kind of a shell mermaid thing. So it might not be really going to work that well, but I totally like it. I used that, and then for my sentiment, I used the Time Is Now from the I Can and I Will. And I got the Your from this stamp set. This is the filter words. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing that my Mermaid Queen may not look exactly like I wanted to, but I tried. The filter words cursive, and this is the Your, so Your Time Is Now. And this is, I cut on this stitched large tag die, so this is the smallest one. And I'm using some of these pierced ovals and double stitched ovals to make this little frame, this cute little guy, for my girl to go through like that. Hence why I have all of this piece here, because I'm not sure how I'm going to cut it out first. But I also cut this heart wreath die. This I have several of them in here. This heart wreath die, which is also in the shop. But let's go ahead and get this started. Now, I'm going to, so I'm laughing because here, look, I don't think I cleaned off my stamp well enough, or this gold ink kind of like stayed on there way too much. Oop. So I'm just going to ink my stamp. And sorry for the noise, but I'm going to ink the stamp so I can create my background in this color. Now let's get a scratch paper. And I was going to use this as a card base, but it totally went sideways. So I'm just going to put that there. It's very important when you're doing this that you don't move your paper. I learned that the hard way. I don't have a roller thingamajiggy, so we can just roll a marker over that. Let's see how it turned out. Oh, awesome. Cool. So now, since this is the size of a A2 size card. Let me clean off this stamp since I didn't do such a great job of it last time. I'm going to, because I don't want ink to get on everything, I'm just going to do this. Honestly, I've tried those sham things and I just end up going back to this, even though, or I use a lint-free towel. All right, so we're gonna put that aside for now. Let's go ahead, and I do have my card base. Where is my card base? Okay, so this is already at, oh my goodness, can I get my life together, you guys? This is already at 5.5, 4.25 divided by 4.25 by 11, and we're going to score it at 5.5 and make our card base. So this is our card base right here, and I'm, oh my goodness, making a whole mess. I'm going to now cut it down to 5.25 by 4, so I can have a little bit of a, now I do it a little bit on all sides so I can have a clean edge. All right, now let's see if we can get this party started. Okay, so there is my marbling, and I totally like it. I totally love it. I just, and you can also add a little bit of a deep coloring if you want, like I've done in my past projects. Let me also get some seam binding over here, and let's get this. I wonder if she will go this way. Will it fit? Yeah, we're gonna do it this way so it kind of sticks out a little bit. Let's go ahead and adhere. So all my images are actually colored with Copic markers. And I will have all of the colors and everything that I used on my blog, so go ahead and check that out. I'm going to, let me get this going. I'm going to have all of those listed. There's a whole bunch of them that I used. Now, we're going to go ahead and do this here. I like to challenge myself with different angles and stuff, so this girl is going to be going through here. Oh. Should be right there. I'm just trying to figure out where everything is going to go. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this little girl, this girl right here, my Mermaid Queen, so I can then cut off what I'm not going to use. Because that's why I purposely cut it this way with these tabs. Now I'm just going to go around here and just cut off what's easier said than done, right? There we go. All right. So, and now that that is set, I'm going to go ahead and put some mounting foam, because why not, right? I'm super obsessed with it. Okay. Now, why am I missing everything? So I have my cart in a different location right now with my tools, and this is what's going on. This is what's happening. All right. So I'm just going to double this. Oop, totally went off sides. Let me see. That's fine. All right. So we are going to go ahead and trim this down. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing my mounting foam. You'd figure I was getting paid for that. I am not. I'm going to just cut it. But this is how I double it, and I'm able to, I cut a bunch of strips so I can use it this way. Now, we're going to take off both sides because we want to be able to bend it to our whim. Because if you remove the backing of it from both sides, you can just bend it however you want. And it doesn't buckle. Just like that. We're going to, and it fits the whole thing. Now, I am going to put this same level on here. Now, this is much more raised. So my girl is going to be, the queen is going to be higher raised than the actual frame. So that way it'll give it even more dimension. All right. So let's go ahead and just put this puppet down, which of course, you know, it's going to bite me in the butt. And then I'm going to have to change it again. Oh, did I go over with the... Yeah, so now this happens to me a lot because I'm totally excited and whatnot. All I got to do is go in with a... And you don't want to go too far because you might actually end up hitting the device. Now, I'm going to... Since it's doubled up, I have to go in here and get it under here. I totally forgot to account for the fact that I wanted it to be sticking out. And there we go. So no problem. Now it won't be sticking to stuff. Oh, except for the actual image. It won't be sticking to anything in like the envelope or anything like that. Now we're going to go ahead and add some little seam binding, because I love me some seam binding. You can actually color this. Now, I was going to color this along with my Copics like I've done in the past, but I just wanted it to really be white to kind of offset, stand out from the teals and the aquas. I mean, the aquas and the reds and whatnot. Sorry, I just heard something super loud outside. All right, so I'm going to figure out where I want it now. That, because I also have a few of these little, which I want to display throughout this, here we go. All right. Oh, so I like to make them go in and out. In and out of my card. So I'm just trying to figure out my placement of these little thingamajiggies. I think that's it. Yeah. Oops. Let me figure. So I just put this little piece right here. So potentially it goes behind the grocery where they can't see it. I put the extra part right there. This one is going to go around the little tag, and I'm just going to put it this way. So it covers everything. I'm going to put some dimensional foam on this side over here because we want it to be super dimensional. Why not, right? Why not? Let's go overboard. There we go. And this is how I'm using my scraps of my die cuts, because I colored them in, so you don't want to waste them. And here we go. Oop. I meant to put it right under her face. Might be too far. There we go. All right, because either way, she's much higher. There we go. See, super simple, super easy. I just wanted to make something. Oh, I'm totally hitting this camera. Something that you could put together if you want to have like an inspirational moment for a friend or someone. It just, and you know, I didn't want to do the typical cheesy little, you know, be a mermaid kind of situation. This is a Mermaid Queen. So there you go. But that is my card, you guys. Let me go ahead and put my little guy from my website, AmateurCraftKit.com. Please go ahead, check it out. And these products are already in the La La Land Crafts store. See, here it is. I just wanted to have them going kind of all in and out. I'm wondering, though, if I should, let me see. I think it needs a third one. So let's go ahead and cut this. So I have my little heart wreath cut out and am ready. And this is just with heavy weight cardstock. And I'm going to use these colors right here. We're going to start with the R20. Now, R22, sorry. Since I'm not sure which hearts are going to be covered and which ones are going to be looping under, I'm just going to go ahead and do them all. Now, instead of worrying about my light source and which way they're going to be going, I'm just going to go ahead and color them as if they were just colored individual from the bottom up. So I'm starting with my darker colors with the R22. Now I'm going to go in with R20. And this is also how I colored the tag and the frame. I'm going to just, using the R20 to blend out really most of the heart, most of the darker color to get it going to blend it out. I'm basically just going over the same area, but scooting up a little bit more on the heart. But the more you go over it, the more it blends out the bottom of it, the darker side, because you don't want it just to have a stark, dark line. Now I'm going to go in with my R00 and go over all of it to make sure that I blend in. I blend the darker side out. So I like to start from the bottom right here so it gets it out, and that way you end up with the lighter color on the top. And when you go over it, that's when it really blends it in. You see my end frame? Yeah. So you want to go over the edge first. Because also know that the more that you put a color over and over, you're actually adding a darker layer. Here I am. So I'm just, and probably I'm abusing my Copics. I have to get better at. I'm just sitting here just squeezing them in and slamming them in. but I want to do that. See, and it gives it that like little peachy shading with these three colors, which actually seems to be one of my favorite reds or pinks to use, this pink corally color. So there I am, and that's how I did all of the accessories for this. Now this does look a little bit darker, but because it's still wet and it's alcoholing, so it'll dry out a little bit more in a minute. Now I'm just trying to see which ones would be better to use around here. So I think I'm going to go off of, I'm going to be using these. I also don't want it to be like super obvious of how it's going to go underneath. We're going to go this one, and it's going to go under here. Oop. Just like that. Now at this point we're going to figure out which ones get little dimensionals, and it's going to be the big heart under her ear. Now that I know what I'm doing, like that. Now this one you can add a little dimensional as well on this heart. Let me pick it up. It's going to be easier doing it this way as opposed to folding it completely over, because you don't want to do this that I just did. All right, so now you have two little foundations and where it's grounded, and this the bottom part now I'm going to adhere down now with some glue. And this, like, again, it gives it a little bit more of dimension. Scoot that back under there. You want it to land naturally first, and then hold it down so it actually, there we go. And there you go. See, I felt that she needed a little bit more of another wreath on, another heart wreath going on. And you still have this one. You can also add this one. It's just that it's going to be a little bit trickier since it's a shorter piece. And you can truly, but at the same time, will it, ooh, maybe not. Maybe it won't be too much. How about that? Yep, that's happening. So to make it easier though, we're just going to adhere these, since it's going to be going around so much stuff that is already dimensional. Just going to press it down right here, because you want to use all of the stuff that you made, you know, like you made all of your die cuts. I always end up having extra ones, and I feel like I never use them. So there you go. See? Filled it in. I feel that now it's more of a continuous looping of heart wreaths. So there you guys go. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, all of these products are already in the La La Land Crafts shop. And if you guys check out my blog, I will have all of the description for all of the links and everything, and also the Copic colors that I used on my Mermaid Queen. Hopefully it looks like what I want it to look. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.